Hey guys, Dichonders there doing another toy review, and this time it's for the Chap Mei submarine. I think it's called a shark submarine. I can't remember. I think it's a black shark it's called. And over here in Europe, Chap Mei figures are called Soldier Force, where in the States, as far as I know, they're called True Heroes. So I think it's True Heroes Sentinal 1 is the name of the same sub over in the States, or the same line for the sub in the States. It's a big electronic submarine. Let me just open up the top here. So you can open up the lid for the submarine and you have an entire storage space inside. I have mine kitted out with a whole bunch of random cobra lampreys and eels, and in the set it came with this little micro sub. You can see I have a little eel driving it, and it's fairly cool. I think this sub also came with one of the Animal Planet things, but it was in all yellow. It was part of the deep sea exploration sets. They never released those over here, but as far as I know it's the same molding, except it was all yellow for that one. And this one, yeah, it even has a 151 looks like on the side of it, which I think is probably markings for that. It does have two missiles on the side of it, and there is a launcher. So you have a missile launcher just underneath here, and the way it launches is when the missile is pushed all the way in, there's a little tab at the back and it slides down over the release mechanism, and you can just fire it. And you get two missiles for either side of the mini sub, and they just slide into the top here and store. The guns can sort of rotate, not really, and the dome opens, and as you can see, I have my little eel driving it at the moment. So it's a fairly nice little mini add-on sub for this. I think it also came with this as well, this little mini raft. I'm not 100% sure. It is stuck in there, and I just pretty much just grabbed it over. I think it came with this little mini kind of landing raft. It has a little kind of area that just folds down and has little kind of lights on it, and it just folds up, and it has oars, and there's another spotlight at the front. Again, I just had it stored in here with all the figures, and what I will do is I'll bring it over and see if I can position the light so you can see inside the sub. Bear with me a moment. So inside the sub, as I said, there's my cobra eels, and on this side, actually it might be easier if I rotate it around, you might be able to see better. There's a control panel, and there's one single chair for someone to sit in front of the control panel. There's nothing else inside. It's just a big open space with just those two sections in it. Now, I will say that when I bought mine, I got it maybe over maybe a year and a half ago. I'm not sure if they've fixed the issue since, but when I got mine, it didn't come with this control panel. I actually had to contact Chap Mei themselves directly, because the Soldier Force version of the submarine didn't have it. I'm not sure if it's the same with the True Heroes version of it, if that one was missing that part as well, but it does. The Soldier Force ones over here in Europe were missing that big kind of control panel with it's basically a computer screen with a little sticker on it, and then there's like diving gear on the corner. As I said, I'm not sure if you can see it. It's a bit hard to see with the light that I have, so hopefully if I can position it, you can maybe just make it out. So putting the sub back along, actually as I have it on the side, it makes more sense. You have stickers for the windows on this side. For some reason there's windows on a submarine. Don't know why you need windows on a submarine. And well, there are portholes, and on the opposite side these ones are clear blue plastic. Yeah, you also, if I just move this back out of the way, and put the lid back on. The way it clicks on is you push in this side first. There's a little tab here and it just locks in place and you can hold it up. You get 2 guns on the front and there's an electronics here. So, and this whole section lights up with and gives kind of bubble sounds. So gives the whole submarine sound effects. Fortunately mine's a little dusty, as I said, I've had it for a bit, so diving sound. And I think there's an audio one. Yeah. Firing the torpedoes, I would imagine. There is sort of torpedo launcher on it. You get a launcher here. I'm not sure, it's not. Can't remember if it came separate when I got it, or if it's part of it when you get it. Just before I go on to that, there is an opening door at the side for some reason for having an opening door on a submarine. And then you got storage. These are missiles. They're the same missiles that you use in the, well, I think they're missiles, but they act as torpedoes for the torpedo launcher. Let me see, is there a specific way they go in? Yeah, so they go into the launcher and you can just fire them, and they fired fairly decent distance. So if I just put them back in, you probably won't be able to see it, but each section has its own specific area for the missile, so they actually fit into a specific slot and you can just close the lid down. The other gimmick with it is there is wheels on it. There's 2 sets of wheels here, a single wheel here and a wheel here at the back. When you're moving the wheel at the back, it actually rotates the propeller for the submarine as well, so when you push it along the ground it moves that. Not sure if you'll be able to do it on this surface, it's a bit tight, but that's the submarine. There are stickers for it. The only ones I put on it myself were the shark kind of face ones. I didn't particularly want to put any other stickers on it, but as far as I'm aware, if I remember correctly, there's like just number markings and stuff like that. I just wanted to keep my one plain and simple and black. You can fit a figure up here. I just grab one random figure just figure at random. You can see you can fit a figure up top. Let me just see if I can angle that up a bit so you can see it. You can fit most 3 3/4 inch figures up top, as just to appear that they're coming out of the kind of entrance area at the top. You do have the telescope that moves up and down, or sorry, it's not telescope, it's a periscope on the submarine. So you can, it moves down, and on the front there's this lever and it's a bit tight, but you can move it up, or you can just use the piece at the back, the antenna at the back, just to move it up and down. But it is on a small runner that just pushes it up and down. As I said, just a quick figure review. Well, it's not really a vehicle review of this massive submarine. It's a pretty cool set. They're still in stores. I've seen them still in stores here. When I picked mine up, I think I only paid 39, so 40 euros for it. But they've since gone up in price over here. They're now 50 euros to buy these. They're 49.99. So I'm not sure what the dollar, what price they are in the States for the same version for the True Heroes line. The only difference I can see between the True Heroes line and the Soldier Force one is the True Heroes line one has kind of blue camouflage kind of deco all along the top. Other than that, it's the same. One other thing I should point out, I forgot to mention it, is the top here opens up. As you can see, there's the LED lights. You can see 2 figures in the front, and if I just press the button, you can see that's where the light is, and when it's closed, it lights up that entire section. So it makes bubble sounds. Again, it's a really good submarine. I do recommend getting it, but I do not recommend putting it in water because it will completely destroy the electronics. Unless you don't intend to use the electronics, then feel free to chuck it in the tub, as they say. So there you go, guys. There's a quick vehicle review for this massive scale submarine toy. It's actually rare enough that there is any such thing as a submarine toy for scale to G.I. Joes. That is, has been submarine toys, but nothing as big as this that would fits reasonably well with G.I. Joes. Even though if it was a true scale submarine, it would be probably the size of this entire room to fit proper scale of G.I. Joes into, or nearly the size of this room. So there you go, guys. As I said, tried to keep this short. I tried to keep this short. Hopefully I succeeded, and hopefully you enjoyed the review. So if you liked the review, click like. If you want, you can subscribe, and as I said if you want to comment, feel free to comment. So I hope you enjoyed it. Cheers.